Welcome back to another New World video. So today, on Monday the 21st of August, the Transmog update is finally coming out. It's been released around about midday if you're in the EU, and it's only got a 1 hour expected downtime, so we'll see how that goes. Now, just before we get into this big update, I'm going to tell you everything about Transmog. I'm going to tell you all the pros, I'm going to tell you all the cons, I'll show you how it works on screen, just in case you're seeing this for the first time and you've missed the dev updates last week. Before we get into that, if you want to come over and follow me on Twitch, feel free. I've now got 7,500 followers, most of which are all now New World people, which is nice. We're roughly averaging around about 50 viewers every stream, give or take. And yeah, if you want to come over and help me boost that, I'll put the link in the description box down below and I'll pop it up on screen here. Click on my Twitch, drop me a follow, and jump in the next live stream. You'll see all my New World content. We stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, and occasionally we drop in the odd bonus stream on a Thursday and Saturday, but not all the time. Also, if you like this kind of content, check out my YouTube. In terms of like subscribing to the channel, we're currently on about 3k subs, so if we could boost that up, that would be amazing. Right, let's start with where to go. So once this update comes out today, if you're logging in or you're watching this video the day or two after it comes out, you're going to head to any single town and you'll see a brand new NPC called the Style Manta. Like I said, it's in every major town. Head there, it's an NPC, and basically once you open up and speak to this NPC, it'll open up the Transmog menu. Now, I absolutely love this menu. I think New World have done this perfectly. You get to see all of your items for all the different types of like equipment. So you've got like your sword, your shield, your chest piece, your leg piece, whatever. You've got all of that. Perfect. Absolutely love the display. And then this is where you can also track which ones you've unlocked. Now, just to make sure you're aware of this, okay? Once you pick up an item, well, after this update, not before. If you've salvaged an item in the past that looked really, really cool, unlucky. That's not how it works. But once you pick up an item, the second you pick up that item, or that skin of the item, if you like, if it's a different one than you've never collected before, it will unlock on these menus. It's stored, it's saved. You can then salvage it, and it's fine. That skin is saved in this menu, if you like. You don't need to keep hold of the item. Any items you've got in your storages or your bags right now, they will automatically just add to this menu. So that is perfect. I really, really like that. So basically, you can go and do, for example, an M10 mutation, get about 500 items from all the chests, and then just salvage them all, and all of those skins automatically save because the second you pick them up, which is really, really good. So that's kind of like how it looks. Now, in terms of like how it works in terms of like your actual tokens, like how this come into play. So everything is free up until that point. They will save. You'll see your progress in terms of you're trying to complete this. Let's say there's 400 swords. You'll see if you've got 321 of them, which is pretty cool. That's all free. Now, in order to equip one of those skins, if you like, or save those skins to your sort of skins menu, you need to use the token. So right now, let's say if you right click on your chest piece, and then you go to change the appearance, you'll see a list of all the skins you currently own from the stores or the Prime Game Loot or anything like that, or Twitch drops. Another reason why to come and follow me on Twitch and get all your drops from my channel. And basically it'll work the same way. So you'll use 1 token per 1 item. So for all of your armor, you'll need 5, 1 for the headpiece, 1 for the chest, so on and so forth, right? And then you'll also need another 2 for your weapons, 3 if you're using a shield, right? So it's going to be 1 token per 1 item. So you'll get your chest piece, this brand new skin you just acquired. You'll use your 1 token, and then that is your skin. That'll now save when you go to your chest pieces and you press change appearance. That skin that you've used that token on will always be there. And then obviously if you unequip it, it'll always be there and you can always go back to it. Now, this is also account wide, which is really, really cool, but we'll speak about that in a minute. So I'm going to list all the pros now. That's how, you know how it works, you know where to go, all that kind of stuff. You know how the tokens work. I'm not going to tell you how much they cost yet because that's in the con section, but the pro section, okay, here we go. So like I said, you can see all of the items that you've collected, all the different skins you've collected in the menu. For a completionist, you're going to absolutely love this. And also, it's going to send you out there hunting for new items. You're going to see a really cool skin. You think that's going to look amazing on my Transmog set. It's going to give you some things more to do. Some people complain and say this is not content. That's fine. But anything in an MMO, in my opinion, is content. Whatever you decide to make content is content. If it's dungeons, that's fine. If it's wars, that's fine. If it's, just running around gathering and talking to yourself or whatever. Hey, look, your content is your content. So for completionists, which most MMO players are, in my opinion, the ones I speak to, they just love going around and completing things, whether it's completing all the dungeons, completing all of your leaderboard capes in New World, for example, completing all of your craft, whatever it is, you just want to complete it, right? So I think it's a pro. Obviously, yeah. With Transmog, you get to compare your skins with all your friends, take the mick out of your friends if they're wearing something that you think stupid, or that kind of stuff. If you've got a really cool skin, you're now going to stick out. So basically, the moment in New World or before the Transmog update is, if you like the skin of an item, but then that item was actually rubbish, let's say it was low gear score or the perks were rubbish, you couldn't display that skin because you had to wear it in order to display it. So I think that's really good. Obviously, this will also open up future competitions, for example. So as you'll all know, if you're an MMO enjoyer, you would have seen Asmongold running Transmog videos and competitions on his YouTube, for example, and on his Twitch, all on World of Warcraft. And obviously here on New World, we've already had a couple of competitions later last year from Phenom, for example. So yeah, over on New World, that is on the Barry server. So there'll be other opportunities for all of this to sort of open up, which I think is really, really cool. Now, another thing, which is a pro, in my opinion, for free, again, we'll move on to this in a second, but for free, you can collect these tokens from elite chests. Now, we've not had the chance to test this because the update isn't out right now, but elite chests might also, include the end of the dungeon chests that you get there, whether it's a normal expedition or it's like a mutated expedition, so you should be able to get them, or you can just join a world elite chest farm if you like, and you can collect them for free. Again, we'll come back into this when we come to the cons, okay? And then my final pro here is, like I said before, it's account wide. So if you've got 2 characters or 3 characters or whatever, you play different servers, same servers. If you unlock that one item, you hop over to your other character, you've still got that skin. You don't need to double up, triple up on the same items. I think that's really good. Now we need to move on to the cons, because like I said, before I even mention the cons, and you've already heard the start of this video, I think this transmog system so far, up until this point, is absolutely 10 out of 10. I never thought it was going to be this good. I was really worried it was going to be like 1 transmog token per item just to save it, to show that you've unlocked the item, which it's not, which I think is good that they've done it this way. But let's go into the cons. So it is a 1% drop rate from elite chests. If you want to go and find transmog tokens out in the world for free, it is a 1% drop rate. We have no information whether luck gear even affects it, but normally you would be running your luck gear anyway when you're doing elite chests, so I'd probably just keep your luck gear on. But in general, it looks like no matter what, whether you've got luck or not, it's a 1% drop rate. That's pretty rubbish. Now also, on the post from New World, the devs themselves on the New World website, they have no mention of a sympathy system. Now in New World, in the past, for example, in year 1 of New World, so this would have been what, 2022, they had like an Easter event for the rabbits, right? You basically go around, kill a bunch of rabbits, and eventually you'll get this like really rare chest. Now in year 1, some people might kill 10,000 rabbits and never get the chest. Some people might kill 3 rabbits and get the chest. It was rubbish. Or in terms of it was, really random. In year 2, so this year's rabbit event, for example, it was a guaranteed sympathy system. So you could get your, really, chest that you're sought after. You could get that in 3 rabbits, 5 rabbits, 10. But no matter what, I think it was 400 rabbits, I think. No matter what, after 400 rabbits, you're guaranteed to get your event item chest. There's no sympathy system here. So you could do 1,000 elite chests, and for all we know, you may never get one. Here's the second part of the con. You only get 1 of those a week. That is capped. That is absolutely capped from New World. 1 token for free per week. This is really bad, and I'm gonna move on to why it's really bad in a second. But back on that sympathy system, so you could do your 1,000 elite chests Monday through till Sunday, never even get a transmog token, and then it comes to Monday again, you're on a new week, and you've not even got the token from last week. So you could waste all that time farming chests and potentially not even get it. You've only got a 1% chance. That might never drop if you know how chance and stuff like that works. It doesn't mean if you do 100 chests you'll get it. It means each time you open 1 chest, you have a 1 in a 100 chance of getting it. That is awful. Tokens, if you want to know the price of them, because you can buy them. So this is a mixture of a con and not so much of a con. So I understand you will need to make money because this is a game where you buy it once at the start for 20 or 30 pounds, and then there's no subscription fee, and you're not forced to buy any content within the game whatsoever. They give you technically everything for free. Even the seasonal passes, you could just do that for free. They don't lock any content from the seasonal pass behind money, which is pretty good. But you have to buy the tokens. Now, price of the tokens, it works out at 1 token will cost you 2,500 marks of fortune. Now you can't actually buy 2,500 marks of fortune from the store. The lowest you can buy is 5,000, which costs in English money £4.29. So it works out, you know, about £2.15 per token. Of course, the more Marks of Fortune you buy, the slightly cheaper you can get. I think you can get that down to sort of like £1.80-ish, £1.70-ish, give or take, if you buy, you know, like the more Marks of Fortune to try and save some money. But basically, it works out about £2.15 per token. Now, that doesn't sound bad. £2.15 per token? Not bad, right? That's not expensive. It's not a gacha game. However, when you consider how many items you can get for Transmog in New World, now we don't know the exact amount, it's not listed yet, but if you look on those menus that we showed you before, or I can pop up on screen again now, it looks like there are hundreds, if not potentially 1,000 different items that you can transmog. So that means you could potentially be spending £2,000, £3,000. I don't want to quote an exact price here. If you wanted to unlock every single skin, now you don't technically have to. You might not want to wear all those skins, but if you're the kind of completionist who wants to have them all available, because again, MMO players are completionists, you might end up spending thousands and thousands of pounds. Now, the reason why I think this is a huge problem for New World is, and a terrible system is, there are gacha games out there. You all know them. There's plenty of gacha games out there, but you know when you go into a gacha game that you're going to be spending a lot of money playing it. With New World, it's never been that kind of game. You pay £30 and then you basically pay nothing unless you like the store-bought skins. Then seasonal pass comes out. Again, you don't have to pay for that. All the content within it is free. If you want the bonus items from the paid side of the season pass, sure, you can chip in a couple of quid each month for that as well. Oh, well, every 3 months, sorry. And then until there's maybe a paid expansion coming out in a couple of months, we don't even know about that yet. Yeah, it's not a gacha game, so I don't think any players in New World are expected to potentially, if you wanted to, again, you don't have to, but if you wanted to complete all the transmog in terms of having them all available to you, these are all items in the game, it's going to cost you thousands of pounds, which I think is crazy. So yeah, not a huge fan of those cons there. And also, I want to mention as well, why did they put this in Elite Chest? Now, one of the first reactions I had when reading this, I think it was on Friday or Thursday, I can't remember now, of last week, when they posted the info on the website. One of my things was Elite Chest, right? Okay, doing an Elite Chest run, it's not that bad. It's okay to do every now and again. It's not something you want to be doing for 3 or 4 hours a day. But why did they only put them in Elite Chests? And I've seen other people have this take as well. I'm pretty sure I've seen a Baggins video earlier as well, and I think he said similar. Almost the exact same take I had as well, you know, last week. I completely agree with him. You know, you've got loads of different content in this game. You've got OPRs, you've got 3v3s, you've even got wars. People only war log. So how do people who only log in to play wars, or only log in to play OPR, or only log in to play 3v3 arenas, how do they get any of these tokens without buying them? They basically can't. They're forced to do a piece of content which they don't normally do on average. You know, some players might do, but some players don't. You've also got invasions. Invasion populations at the moment are too low. Most servers can't even fill their invasion rosters at the minute. You've got expeditions and mutated expeditions, which we think maybe because they are elite chests, maybe you could be able to get them from there, so that wouldn't be too bad. And then also the craft and aptitude chests as well. What about the people who only log into craft and sell items? How are they ever supposed to get tokens without being forced to play content that they don't normally play? So again, I think New World have missed the trick here. In my genuine sort of overall opinion, I think 1 token a week is too little. I understand if you made it like 10 tokens or 15 tokens or 20, you know, you would never have to buy any, therefore they'd never make any money. So I understand that, but maybe making it 3 or 5 a week would be a lot better, and therefore varying where you get these tokens from. So maybe you would guarantee 1 from OPRs a week, 1 from 3v3s a week, 1 from wars a week, or 1 from invasions, so on, so on. Crafting chests, right? Because then that way you are basically making the players experience all the different forms of content within the game, which is a lot better than what they're doing now. You just force them to do elite chest runs and then log out. Essentially, New World have currently created a login on a Monday, doing elite chest runs, hopefully you get lucky and get your token, and then log out and come back next Monday. Whereas if they'd have done it, maybe 1 token from each different part of the game, like the OPRs and the 3v3s and the, you know, invasions, then that way you're basically making players play all different forms of content, keeping the queue times low, keeping the participation high. People are buzzing again. People are popping up everywhere. 3v3s are popping. OPRs are popping. Loads of mutation runs. People are still doing elite chess runs as well. The whole world is vibrant and popping and everybody's playing the game. Whereas now, New World, all you've done is make people do elite chess runs. Like this is November 2021. So yeah, overall, not a fan of that. Now, I just want to sort of just label one last thing as well here. Do you know what I mean? It's 1 token a week for free if you even get it. And again, that's if you wanted to unlock all the items. to be able to use the skins, so not everybody has to. That will be a lot of people in the comment section down below. That'll be your argument. You don't have to do it, but people are maybe wanting to do it, you know what I mean? And you shouldn't be forced to pay thousands of pounds. However, let's say if you want to do it for free, you get your 1 token per week. That's 52 tokens a year, and for 10 years, that's 520 tokens. Unless I'm being an absolute idiot and my maths is completely wrong here. And if there's potentially 1,000 items in here, it could take you 20 years worth of your 1 token a week to get it all for free. You know what I mean? You're playing the game, you're keeping it populated, you're keeping it going, and you might literally have to play the game for decades before you can unlock them all the tokens for free. Which, yeah, whatever. You know, it's one of those. Or you spend a couple of £1,000 if you want all the enough tokens to do it. I just think that's crazy. I think there needs to be a balance in there somewhere. Maybe increase it to 3, 4, or 5 tokens a week and vary the tokens from the different, you know, parts of the game. That would be a much better system in my opinion. Overall, I do love the Transmog system itself. I think it's 10 out of 10. I think it's perfect. How it is shown, it just looks so good. But the accessibility for free players is abysmal. 1% chance drop from chests, no sympathy system, only 1 a week, or pay thousands of pounds if you want to unlock them all. I just think that part of the release is absolute garbage. I love everything until they announced how we get tokens. You know what I mean? I just think that's so crazy. And for anyone who says that New World needs to earn money, which I kind of mentioned, think of this as well. Every time that they bring out a new set of payable skins, you know, the ones that can only cost like £10, £15, £20, whatever, for anybody who is a massive completionist and wants to have all of the tokens, you know, listed for every item so they can equip them all. Let's say you've got 100 swords, okay? You've got them all, they're completed. New World brings out a brand new sword or a brand new set of skins, and now on your menu, you've now got 3 or 4 more items that you need to go back to being 100%. It's going to encourage, maybe not force, maybe, I don't know, encourage those kind of players to keep buying the skins so then they stay at 100% transmog complete, if you like, in terms of like buying the skin, you know, being able to actually use the transmog, because I know they store there and you can see them and you can, and all that kind of stuff, you can track them, that's great, but to use them, you have to pay tokens. So I think it would encourage people to buy skins from their normal model anyway, and nobody's sort of complained about that model, so they would also probably make money from that as well. So I just wanted to round off with that, because I know a lot of people in the comment section down below would be like, hey, Liam, you don't need the token. And okay, I do get that. You don't need the tokens, but then that's like saying, and also people will say, oh, you don't need to complete them, as in like, get all of the tokens so you can equip them all. But then why say in an MMO you don't need to complete something to MMO players? On average, MMO players love completing things. So there you go. There's my 2 cents. There's my opinion. If you agree, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. If you don't agree, again, comment section down below. And guys, I'm hoping this transmog system is going to be really fun. In my ideal situation, New World will just quickly change it so you can get maybe 3 to 5 tokens a week for free. And you don't just put them in chests, you put them in all different, so, well, you put them in chests rewards from doing the different participation items in the game modes in the game. You know, your OPRs, your wars, your invasions, whatever, because that would just make so much more sense. It would keep people playing the game, all different parts of the game, keep everything popping. But anyway, there's my 2 cents. If you like it, subscribe. We've got loads more New World videos planned on the YouTube channel, so please subscribe, comment section down below, drop a like on the video. Come check me out on Twitch. You'll see me live playing this game, like I said, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays, every now and again on a Thursday and a Saturday, the days we miss. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next one.